session for inspiration.
I want everyone to know that he's just
Got it.
face planted into my back and giggling to himself. Like, I'm
Awesome.
not doing anything.
Awesome.
Um, I think I can. I'm just waiting for my notes to finish
Hmm.
popping up. We rewound a little bit so that Kaz could have a brief interaction with our private investigator friend. Um, whew, dude, chill. Um, uh, and could learn where his brother was. Uh, just ring fighting. And we could kind of schedule out when we were going to go try to track him down. We also then, in accordance with that, scheduled out our grand opening, which is supposed to be like right after that fight. Calm down. We also got an invite to the Castle and Tears in like a week and a half. Um, the Xanathars Guild. Well, we went to the Castle and Tears, or we got the invite for the Castle and Tears to go to a tailor, and while all of us mostly avoided getting stuck like a pig by the incompetent question mark apprentice, um, Corsonus did receive a contact with the with Xanathar's guild, um, uh, asking if we could either acquire or get more information about the stone that theoretically Rainier Neverember has, that would give access to the vault of embezzled uh, gold. Um, we have more or less agreed to do so, just so that they don't like kill us. Um, we also got Fly Fitz. And then I have more notes. Hold on, coming back to my desk. Um, oh yes. We decided we were going to check in with some people to see if we could learn more about Xanathar's guild, as well as possibly learn more about the Neverember Horde. We talked about talking to Zardoz, academics at New Ulman, and Force Grey. We ended up going to a theater and speaking with the Harper Mert, um, at the Lightsinger Theater, who helped us out a little bit, pointed us in some good directions, I think, kind of reasserted our decision, and then let me fuck around on an empty stage for a little bit. And that's where my notes end. I don't think there was much more beyond that.
Well done. Give yourself a point of inspiration. That sounds about right to me. And so we find ourselves back at Troll Skull Manor. You have now, I guess, a couple days before the advertised fight at that was posted on your door. If there's anything you'd like to get up to or investigate or just fuck around with during that time, we can do that now. And if not, we can just sort of fast forward a couple days and get on with the fights.
Wait, okay, so the fight was before the party or after the party?
Before. The
Okay.
fight is in 9 days. The the party is in 15 days, and our grand opening is right after the fight.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not doing nothing except trying to learn new drinks.
Okay. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
I know Corsonus went to Force Grey, but did we actually want to talk with them, or no, or did we not need to do that?
Corsonas,
Um,
how do you feel about that?
I feel. I think. Oh, Adam. I mean, Ted said AFK for a second. I'm not sure if
Okay.
they're back yet.
All right.
Okay.
Well, why don't we take a moment while and discuss or just check in with everybody and see what you're doing over the next couple days while we're waiting for the advertised fight night to roll around. Kaz, you said you're working behind the bar, honing your bartending skills and learning new drinks. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Exidia, what about you? Anything in particular over the next 3 days?
I don't think anything in particular. Just hanging out, maybe helping with the new drinks learning by drinking drinks.
Okay. So as Kaz is making them, you are making them disappear so that Kaz has
I'm giving
cause.
tips and pointers and
Right. I like it. Fantastic. Piety, how about you? Anything interesting? Anything in particular?
I guess I'll read the book Corsonis got me on different places, see if anything's ringing any bells, but mostly just hanging out,
Okay.
just chilling.
Fantastic. Yeah, let me make a note of it.
Ooh.
How about you, Nim? What's occupying your days until fight night?
I am having a good time hanging out in my kick-ass house with my friends. And provided that Corsonis is interested in doing this, I remember now that like Corsonis was nervous about going to Force Grey about these questions because he didn't want to seem uh
Mhm.
like a complete noob.
Mhm.
And so I volunteered to take that fall for him and ask, but that's only if we're still interested in going there. I won't waste their time if we think that we're set on that front.
As I recall, he is in exchange headed to one of the universities to ask around.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So,
Yeah, we're
um,
doing a tradesy.
yeah, and when he goes to do that at the university, we'll extend the offer to anyone who wants to go, but specifically, we'll put out to Piety that if the book is not jogging any memories, he is headed to a university that may have a technical life that he intends to make use of. So.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Great. So you're headed to university. Nim, you're headed to Force Grey HQ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wonderful. Let's excuse me. Let's head out with Nim to Blackstaff Tower.
Oh shit, that's where I'm going. Kick ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we used to talk about this.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah. Cool.
As you approach, there's an elf and a half orc that are just sort of hanging around, not even at the front door, but sort of the path leading to the front door of Blackstaff Tower, right? And that can I help you?
Yes, actually, I'd like to put in an application for damsel in distress, and I'm not really joking about that. Um, we have, my friends and I, been confronted with a particularly terrifying opportunity to forcibly ally ourselves with the Xanathar's Guild, and we're not particularly enthused about it. And we're wondering if maybe any of you could help us with some insight, or maybe even save our asses, that sort of thing.
Yeah, certainly. Don't do that.
Right. See, the thing is, if we don't, we think they're going to kill us or our families.
The half-orc gives a deep sigh, and the half-elf takes out a little quill and a little piece of parchment and starts writing or drawing something on it, right? And hands it to you, and there's a little star on it that says, "You're here." And then there's a line, right? And it sort of weaves around through some, I mean, they're just boxes, but it's clear they're supposed to be like city streets or whatever, right? And then at the end of the line, it says City Watch.
Okay, you're right, except the fact that I don't think the City Watch is really going to, I don't know, they might not be very helpful. And also, my friend recommends that I come and see you guys, because I mean, if nothing else, perhaps you know what a Xanathar is. We kind of got a little bit of information about it, but if it tries to come after us, we'd like to know maybe what we could do about it.
Yeah, the half-orc looks at you and goes, "Oh, well, we know quite well what a Xanathar is. That's why I said don't get involved with it. Don't do what they're asking you to do. Stay as far the fuck away as you can from Xanathar or the Xanathar Guild." I mean, how long have you been in Waterdeep?
Oh, my whole life.
Well, he pinches the bridge of his nose. Right.
I've gotten pretty far without getting involved, and that's sort of why I'm freaking out, you know.
Well, yeah, that's great. So continue to not, just keep doing that. Continue to not be involved.
I would love to.
I mean, you've seen the Xanathar Guild and the Zhentarim. You've seen them openly fighting each other in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct.
And do you want to align yourselves with one of those two groups?
No. See, yes.
Great.
Correct.
So continue to not align yourself with one of those groups. It's very easy.
Okay, I just don't want to be killed regardless is the thing, hence the damsel in distress application. But if you're not accepting those, then I think I will just go and fuck off to the City Watch.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Let the City Watch know. They have a huge damsel in distress department. I'm sure they'll be right on it.
All right. Lovely meeting you two.
A pleasure.
And I won't be seeing you. And I leave. I do not go to the City Watch.
Okay.
So they're not cops.
I mean, we knew they weren't cops. To be fair. They want me to go to the cops. That's not happening.
All right. Yeah, they definitely want you to go to the cops. They don't want anything to do with whatever it is you're talking about. They don't seem really interested, really, in whatever it is you're talking about.
Yeah. Which is all well and good, because we still did get the information we needed from the Harpers. Mwah,
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
When we get back to the house, I will just like walk through Corsonis's room on my way up to my room and just
The
say,
craziest
"Your friends
fucking thing
your
ever."
friends suck shit, by the way."
I'm sorry. Wait, what? What happened? What? Wait. What? I mean, I don't know them very well. Who? Wait, who did you speak to? What did you say? What?
I mean, I told them that we were being pressured to align ourselves with the Xanathar's Guild, and that we didn't want to do that, and like some advice as to avoid that, or maybe any information they might have about the guild. And what they said exactly was, and I'll play a minor illusion audio clip of the one saying, "Don't do that."
Nice.
Corsonis is on the verge of hyperventilating at this point. and you only spoke to one person, or you spoke to?
Technically two.
Oh, who?
If it makes you feel any better, of the 3 known members of Force Grey I have interacted with, you have been absolutely my favorite, and 1 for 3 really isn't that bad.
Okay, yeah, and yes, but the other 2. I mean, just describe them, or
I'll minor illusion their faces.
okay. Well, the good news is, I assume neither of these people is the woman that I spoke to when I was putting up flyers.
No.
Okay, well, all right. The good news is I have no idea who either of these people are, so I guess that's good news. And did you mention all of us by name, or?
I indicated you without trying to. I mean, you said you didn't want to appear like you didn't know, so I didn't name you. But I did say that I had someone who had pointed me in their way, who was somewhat familiar. But no, that didn't help.
Okay. Well, I am glad you are okay and made it back safe. Piety and I were just going to go to the university. I don't think anybody else is interested. Yes. Okay. Bye.
Best of luck to you, and while you're there, if you meet a fellow named Brisket, tell him he owes me 3 copper for the messenger I've been sending back and forth. That motherfucker sucks.
Brisket, he sucks. He owes you 3 copper. And
Yeah.
can you? What is this Brisket?
I couldn't place him if you asked me to.
Oh, only know him by moniker. Understood. Okay. All right. We can get. I will find this Brisket no matter what. Goodbye.
Oh my god. I
Fantastic.
love Brisket. I love
Insane.
Brisket.
I love him so much.
Where his reputation is like on the verge of shambles right now.
I would kill and die for Brisket last name.
Okay, so you are headed to New Ulm, correct?
If that is the university that Nim has directed me to, then yes.
Fantastic. And who's going with you? Piety. Excellent. Anybody else?
I need to learn how to make this Moscow mule.
All right. You and Ixidia are like neck deep in drink recipes. In fact, just because I can't help myself. You're essentially just pouring through that. Great.
I love that guy.
Yeah. He actually, just a weird side fact, in a recent episode, it was him and Brendan Lee Mulligan. Apparently they went to school together.
Right? I watched that. It was really good.
Yeah. And just also weird that like he was doing this episode with Brendan Lee Mulligan, since apparently Brendan Lee Mulligan does not drink alcohol. And so was making BLM virgin drinks. Very strange. Anyway. To New Olam. Yeah, this institution has several blocks, right, dedicated to it. And you what exactly are you looking for here? Are you looking for an individual? Are you looking for particular resources?
Brisket, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Okay,
No,
looking for brisket.
I'm going to find the largest building that we can and head for the doors.
Okay. Yeah, that's spectacular.
Like when I say largest, I mean tallest. Like which building has the tallest
Okay.
like steeple or bell tower or something?
Yeah, no, there's for the most part, right? The building is pretty low and flat. It's mostly just a 2-story building, but there is along the wide side of the building, right in the center, there is a tower, right, that extends. It's sort of hard to tell because the windows in it aren't exactly evenly spaced, but this clearly old stone tower, right, extends maybe 5 or 6 stories into the air. The building around it appears as if it has at least been rebuilt once or has been updated once, but clearly great care has been taken with this sort of central tower to maintain as much of the original tower as is possible. There's a beautiful wrought iron gate that is currently just propped open, and people are coming and going. As you enter, there is a giant sort of circular desk, right, in this big sort of open area. That it clearly, the open area is large enough that it clearly extends beyond the footprint of just the tower itself into more of the rest of the building, but it's a sufficiently grand and impressive area with this round desk in the middle, and there are 3 individuals, smaller individuals, sitting back there. It appears that they are there for public inquiry.
Hello there. My name is Corsonis. I am from Forest Gray, and I have a couple questions, some things I need help with, and I will show my Forest Gray badge.
Oh,
Uh,
we're happy to help. Well, happy to help. End of sentence. It's wonderful that you're with Force Gray, but doesn't really affect our willingness to assist. What can we help you with?
I need information on 2 things. This is the university, right? And you have a student body.
Ah.
We are looking for information on 2 individuals. We are trying to find about as much as we can about the one known as Xanathar and one known as Biscuit.
Brisket.
Brisket.
Well, what you find yourself in currently is the faculty building. And so if you had reason to meet with any of our faculty, you would be in the correct location. Unfortunately, you are not, as we have no faculty here named Brisket. However,
Or Biscuit. Finger guns. Sorry.
However, the library is around the corner, about 2 blocks down. There you'll be able to find all sorts of information about Xanathar or any other nefarious gangsters that you might want to look up. They have many student assistants. Perhaps one of those assistants would be able to help you with your biscuit brisket problem.
Okay, so there's not a dean of students who might know what sort of schedule this individual is on. I should check with the other students.
Whether or not there is a dean of students does not mean that an individual off the street can just inquire and gain information from the dean of students about those enrolled in our institution.
Yeah, yes. No, I understand that, but as I said, I am not simply someone off the streets. I am a member of Force Grey. Perhaps you did not see the badge. Let me get that out. You can see that. There you go. Force Grey. We are an arm here in Waterdeep of the city's defenses, and we are certainly.
Yes.
This brisket individual could have vital information that we need, and certainly I have been sent there by another member within my organization that knows this individual but has been unable to locate them. So I'm hoping that your dean of students might be able to do that. But if there is no one here who can do that, I will simply go.
We would like nothing more than to be accommodating of Force Grey. So I will send notice to the dean of students that you two will be in the library, and should they have time and inclination to participate in your investigation, they will meet you there. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes, that sounds reasonable. If they are unable to find us there, they are welcome to send one of those paper birds that I have seen delivering messages to former students.
One of the other people at the table jumps up onto the desk and gets right in your face. Do you owe us money?
What? I've never... This is my first time here. Sit down.
How do you know about the birds if you don't owe us money?
Because I said I have seen them harassing someone. Someone vital to my investigation, by the way, just so you know, getting all sorts of problems, making it very hard for them to do their job secretly with birds following them around. You should definitely put a hold on that loan or pay it off or something.
Birds wouldn't follow them around if they stopped destroying the notices.
Yes, well,
Wow.
there is
Who
a
would do
certain...
that? That's crazy.
Do you owe us money? They're pointing at you now,
No.
Piety.
God damn it, no.
Is it, back to you, Corsonis. Is this the friend that's being harassed by the birds?
You see a bird following them around right now? No.
Maybe they didn't destroy the notice this time.
Then it would be following them around, wouldn't it?
That logic tracks, yeah.
It's very difficult. Regardless, you should just... I'm sure it can be handled by the city, as this is a vital bit of investigation. Take it up with... All right, thank you. We'll be going to the library.
Right, we'll contact the dean of students, let them know, and collections.
Yes.
All right, you follow the directions, head down to what appears to be like an old barn or carriage house or something. Like, this is not a good looking building.
Between the buildings and the people, I really must. The music department here must be amazing if Nim is truly wasting their talent here.
Yeah. Yep. Also, can we? I mean, all right. I know I'm one to talk, but God, Brisket is such a fucking name. Like, I've just been thinking about it all day. Wow. There's no way that's like their legal name, right? Like,
I am
what if it is
afraid that
though?
we are going to find this individual and they are simply not going to live up to that name. You know what I mean?
There's no way though. You know,
I have
like they've
envisioned a
gotta.
Brisket in my mind, and I am terrified that the individual we find is not going to live up to the myth.
No, don't talk like that. Come on. Brisket's gonna be the greatest.
You're right. Maybe they will exceed my
Yeah.
my mental image. You're right. You're right. You're right.
There's no way they don't.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
How could I ever imagine someone capable of carrying the Brisket moniker?
Exactly. I feel like I've missed out. I feel like this has brought me down a whole new path of like, maybe I should change my name. Maybe I should pick a different one. Cause like Brisket, that says a lot about a person. Like, you don't even have to know Brisket. I feel like I do know
I
Brisket,
was gonna say.
right? That's so dumb.
All right, library.
Right, yeah, library, yep.
Fantastic. So as you follow the directions, you come upon a not very impressive, like 3-story building. Looks like it's an old barn or carriage house. As impressive as the faculty building that you just came from is. That's how unimpressive this building is. It's looks very much like this institution probably just started buying up buildings or property that was close to this faculty building in the initial tower. Then and just did the best they could with it. There is a nice but plain sort of, wood sign out front, mounted on 2 posts that just reads New Ulm Student Library. Keeping with the description, it's mostly just a plain wood plank, wood building, planks, 2, barn doors swung wide open, right? And some students are coming in and out. There's a lot more students just sort of congregating on the lawn in front of this thing than there are students going in and out. But you're free to enter as you like. As you do, I'm assuming you do.
I will.
Mhm.
This is one of the groups of students that is
Mhm.
that is congregating outside the
Mhm.
library. Corsonis will approach.
Okay.
I'm following. I gotta watch this.
Hi. Yes, I don't suppose I've been told I should find a Brisket here, a person, not the food.
Why?
That's private.
Oh.
But I have, well, okay, between you and me, I have a message for Brisket from a mutual friend.
Oh
So
boy.
I need to find Brisket.
You want to see Brisket?
Mhm.
He's
Yes.
inside. Have at it.
Perfect. Could you maybe describe Brisket, or just if if it would not be a trouble if you could just point me to
Oh.
them?
Go to the library desk. Ask for Brisket.
Understood.
Oh my god. Is this the moment? Are we about to meet him? I'm scared. I'm like
Okay.
nervous. Like,
Hold on.
do we ask for his autograph?
Well, I mean, we're here because Brisket owes him money, so
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that might be. We are going into a library, so just in case we get separated,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I will. I will put a finger to one of my temples, put a finger to one of Piety's temples, and I am going to use my mind link ability. I don't know if that came up. That whispered that
Ooh!
for some reason. It just allows us to communicate telepathically within 30 feet.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's good thinking too. Library, nice and
There we
quiet.
go.
Excellent.
Ooh, that felt fucked up.
It takes some getting used to,
Yep.
but give it a try. See if you can. And he will telepathically just say, "Speak to me."
Ahoy.
God damn it.
Such a dumb fucking mood tonight. I'm sorry.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
Hey, Adam,
it's
can I
really
give her
fucking us up.
inspiration for this?
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. It's right, and it's absolutely fucking us up because clearly all the rest of us are all 100% just straight business.
Oh my fucking god.
All right.
Ooh.
I hear you loud and clear. Are we ready for this? The moment.
Ready as I'll ever be.
I will hold open the door.
I will walk in. Thank you.
Great. What you see when you get in here, it's actually more impressive on the inside. It's not like it's not regal. It doesn't like speak of like or give off vibes of like hallowed place of learning or it's more impressive in like how much shit is just crammed in here. The stacks go all the way to the top, right? All the way to from floor to ceiling, right? They're super close together. They're jammed packed with books, right? And at first glance, right, things look relatively well cared for, right? Along the right side of or to your right as you enter, I should say, there's a small desk where there's an individual just sitting back there. There's one person that's currently checking out some books, but beyond that, there's no line or anything to talk to them. And that person finishes up their business, and this tiefling with sort of light blue skin and horns that curl down sort of under her ears and back up a little bit with a little jewelry at the tips of the horns is working behind the counter.
Do you want to, or should I?
No,
say?
no, I'm not a scholarly type.
I grew up on a sheep in a small village with sheep. Hello, I am Corsonis. This is my associate Piety. We are here looking for two things: any information you might have on the Xanathar and
Oh,
an
yes.
individual.
Well, we can certainly get you information on the Xanathar, what we're going to do, and pulls out a little map of the stacks and starts drawing on it.
The other, we are looking for an individual named Brisket.
She crumples up the map and throws it in the trash. Pardon me?
I need information on two things.
Yes. The second one,
I
please.
will fumble out the badge for Force Gray. the information on the Xanathar and an individual named Brisket. And he will do that thing where you smile way too big because you are scared as hell.
There is a deep sigh. And she says, well, if you're going to speak with Brisket, may as well have him help you find information on Xanathar. And she takes out a piece of paper, writes a quick little note on it. It folds itself into a bird and flies off into the library. And she just looks at both of you and says, now if you'll excuse me, and disappears back behind the stacks.
I suppose we just chase that then?
She's gone. She's not talking to you.
We should go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know what? For shits and giggles, make me a survival check.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
Are you good at these? Because I'm not.
No. Not even a little bit.
The amount of paper bird chasing that has occurred in this campaign is bringing me great joy.
So good. Hey.
Okay. Great. So you do a pretty good job following this thing, right? As it flies deeper into the library. However, you find it difficult to keep up with as you get to a staircase, because obviously the two of you need to climb the staircase and it's just flying straight up, right? And so you go for it.
I was going to say, as we're approaching the staircase,
Mhm.
I will look at Piety and apologize, and I will cast jump on myself and just start jumping levels.
Okay. Fantastic. Oh, and that lasts a minute. Okay. So you're
Oh my god.
right. So you see this thing taking off and you realize you're starting to lose it, right? Piety, you're sort of left behind, right? You're probably,
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I just realized that's not concentration, so I will cast it on Piety first and then on myself.
great.
So I will burn 2 spell slots for this.
Fantastic.
Brisket
right?
is the utmost importance.
Right.
We
So-
have to.
So what happens at this point, right, is Piety, you see him cast a spell on you, right? But you're sort of unclear as to what it is or what it does, right?
Follow me.
Until you hear him just repeat what he's done, right? But this time he's touching himself, and you see him, he's now bounding like 5 steps at a time, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so exactly, right? And so you do that, which is great. Like there's a little bit more distance now between you and the bird, but you are able to at least follow it and catch up to it as it gets to the 3rd floor, right? You bound off of these stairs at breakneck pace on the 3rd floor, and you have a general sense of the direction that it went, but it's now flying over the stacks. The stacks, are going up. The stacks are making it all the way up to the ceiling as they were on the 1st floor. But this bird is actually diving in between. Like, the books don't fill the shelves entirely. So the spaces on that upper shelf where there aren't any books, it's just darting through those, right? And you see it, sort of head back towards the front of the building as you bound off the stairs. And as you bound off the stairs and start heading in that direction, you hear, oh, hold your horses. I'll be down in a minute.
I shake Corsonis and telepathically say, "It's him! It's fucking him!"
Well, we don't know that. We should confirm.
He
Are
is-
you the one they call Brisket?
From like ducking his head out from around one of the stacks, you see sort of a chubby dude, right? Hard to tell if it's like human or maybe half elf, right? Those are your best bets, right? Little chubby, super curly black hair that like hangs down almost in like a bob, like down to like his shoulders, but it like really tight, curly, almost looks like he might have got a perm somewhere, right? He's he's a little confused. He's got a confused expression on his face. He's, yo, it's your boy Brisket. How'd you guys get up here so fast? And he comes out and he's got a huge submarine sandwich in one hand.
Heidi just stares in bewilderment.
Mastery of the arcane. We have been sent to you by many people. We're told that you can help us with a few things.
Oh, your boy Brisket can help you with everything. What do you need?
Well, I have several things, but we'll take care of the first one, and then we'll bring up the second one at the end. We need every bit of information that you can bring us about the one they call Xanathar.
Oh, yeah, sure thing. The big floating eyeball guy.
The what
I can
now?
help. Well, I mean, he's a beholder. You know what a beholder is, right?
Definitely.
Did
Oh,
learn that
boy,
last
we
time
gotta-
from
Oh, did
Harper's.
we?
Right.
Yeah, but did we get an actual? I mean, we got told that they are big and have a bunch of eyeballs, but I think, like, did we see a picture?
We had met a gazer, and the Harper said it's like that but bigger.
Okay.
True.
Well, no matter, Brisket's no longer paying attention to you, right? He's just like, come on, follow me, right? We'll go to zoology, right? And he leads you down to the second floor, right? Where he rifling through some books. Whatever he touches ends up with some sort of sauce on the spines of them, right? And he's like, "Oh, pardon me," and he just uses his sleeve to like wipe it off, right?
I can do that a little better, and I will just follow every smear of sauce with a prestidigitation to try to clean things. And got that one.
Look at the
And-
sweet skills on. Wait, what'd you say your name was?
I didn't. I am Corsonis. This is my associate Piety.
Oh, look at the sweet skills on Corsones. Piety,
Hey.
you're no slouch either. Great to have you. Let's find that stuff on the eyeball guy.
The eyeball guy. That's upsetting.
Right. He pulls out a book and hands it to you, right? And says, this should give you all the information you need. Right. And it's Volo's Guide to Monsters.
I will hand it to Piety.
Great. Perfect. I'll
And-
flip
and-
through it and not look at anything for real.
Wonderful. While that is going on, your boy Brisket makes himself a little more comfortable by he's like leaning on a sign that's in sort of the reading area of this floor, and he's chomping down on his sandwich. So, what do you twos care about Xanathar for?
We can take this book from the library, or no? Do we need to review it here? Can we check it out, bring it back?
You two students?
I mean, I can't say with certainty that I am not a student or was not a student here. But
what
no,
the
probably
fuck
not.
does that mean? Holy shit!
I wish I knew.
What? Oh my god! What the fuck are you on right now? Can you give me some? It must be fucking amazing.
I truly wish I was.
You're like 100% functional and don't remember a fucking thing. This is great. Make working in this dump a lot easier.
Brisket so much.
So do you guys have like a student ID card?
Yes, I do, and I will show my Force Gray badge.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
What?
That's no student ID card.
No, but I work for the city. Do I need a student ID? Surely should.
To take a book out, you need to have a student ID card. He then puts his left hand out with his palm facing up.
Oh, a student ID card. Yes. Here you go. My name is Corsonis, last name Dragon, and I will press a gold dragon into his hand because I have nothing smaller than gold
Great.
dragons.
He pockets it, right, and says, "Nice to meet you, man. My name is Brisket. Brisket." He resumes leaning on the sign, which reads,
I'm sorry.
Wait.
What's
Is
that now?
your legal name Brisket?
Or is that is that your first and last name? Your first name, and then Ket, your last name.
Look, it's a little embarrassing, right? Don't know where the family name came from, right? Father ran off before I was born, but my mother named me Briss.
Musket. I hate you so much, Adam.
I love you, Adam.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
That's so fucking good.
and FYI, right? The only reason the father ran off, just a peek behind the curtain. The only reason the father ran off is because in the scramble to come up with something, right? Like, I could only think of musket. I couldn't think of another thing. So I'm like, fuck it. Dad's gone. Like, I can't. I can't go down that rabbit hole. That can't be what this game becomes about.
God.
So,
Too late. Too late.
Right. So, yeah, he's like, we're the Ket family. Mother Muss, I'm Briss.
Little brother Bass.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you. God bless you.
I just put it in chat.
God bless you.
Great minds. Great
Yes.
minds.
You know what? Inspiration all around. That's a good time. Yeah, and so he goes back. He resumes leaning on the sign, which reads, "No food in the library."
Naturally. All right. Well, we will bring this back as soon as we are done.
Bring what back?
It was a pleasure meeting you. I even said earlier. It was a pleasure meeting you. I am afraid I must take care of some unfortunate business. That is point number 2, that we have been brought to see you. Is he done with his sandwich? I will stand here and wait until this man is done with his sandwich.
Okay, fantastic. He looks you dead in the eye as he slowly consumes the rest of the sandwich. Not in like a threatening way, just in like, oh, like, you're here to read the book. I gave you the book, right? I'm eating my sandwich. Like, this is what's happening. Okay, great. Just totally calm, totally chill with himself, totally chill with the situation. And he, finishes off his sandwich, doing that thing, super gross, like long, slow licks on each of the fingers that was holding the sandwich.
I telepathically said to Corsonis, he's everything. I mean,
Yes, it almost makes me not want to do the second part because he owes Nim money.
God.
Well, Brisket, the other reason that we have come to see you today, we have been sent here by a mutual friend of all of ours, and it would seem that you owe our good friend Nim 3 copper pieces.
Oh,
We have-
Nim!
Come here to collect.
I haven't seen Nim in forever.
Yes.
You said
Nim-
your friends? Where are they?
Yes. Nim is running some other errands and could not join us here in university. If you could just kindly hand over the 3 copper pieces, which Nim says you owe for cleaning up the mess. I don't really know what that means.
Hey, well, look. No hard feelings for us, Gray, but sometimes there are things that they just got to stay between friends, right?
Oh,
And-
yes, no, of course. I'm not asking to know.
And look,
I wanted to make sure I wasn't being upsetting. That's all.
Yeah, the bad news is I don't have any change. And he pulls the gold piece that you gave him out of his pocket and just like flips it up in the air and catches it and puts it back in his pocket. But if there's one thing you can say about your boy Brisket, he pays his debts. So just tell me where. I'll swing by as soon as I get some change.
Well, we are having a grand opening at Troll Skull, our new tavern.
Excuse me
forget
now, what?
Troll Skull Manor. We're opening a tavern. Grand opening is whatever day it is. I'm sure Nim would love to see you. Also, the money that you owe.
Oh yeah, is this I don't know, is this establishment friendly to, I don't know, say the local student population?
Personus realizes that he may have said something he shouldn't have, and simply looks over at Piety.
Yeah, I don't see why not, dude. You should come. You
it's-
should
I mean,
definitely come.
It might be in a little more. Is that the posh part of town? I'm not from here. I don't know if that's the posh part of town or not. Why not? The more the merrier, I think. Probably.
Oh yeah, well look, there's one thing. If you know anything about your boy Brisket, you know
I don't actually. We're
I
only
feel
meeting
like I
today.
do. I feel
well,
like
then-
That
I
is
do.
true. Yes.
it's your lucky day because you're gonna know something now. Your boy Brisket's sort of big man on campus. Everybody loves them some brisket. We're gonna pack that place with college bodies. They're gonna
Oh, boy.
get so drunk. They're gonna be filling all your coffers, right? They're gonna be spending so much money there that they might not even want to get paid back by your boy Brisket because I'm paying you back in patrons. That's how this is gonna go down. Bank
I
on
doubt
it.
that very much, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. All right, well, I will send Nim your regards and let Nim know to expect you at the grand opening. Also,
All
thank
right.
you for your help with the other task, which... Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure to meet both of you. Can't wait to party with y'all at the new Troll Skin mission. It's going to be great. Y'all have a good day. And
Manner,
he
but
reaches into his outer robe and from an interior pocket pulls out another submarine sandwich and wanders off.
I just look Corsonis dead in the eyes and just, I have so much to rethink about myself. Oh my god. I mean, I never thought that, like, identity was, like, a very important thing to me, but, like, are you kidding? Oh my god. I need to take notes. That was incredible.
Certainly a larger than life individual. Not
He lived up
easily
to the
forgotten.
hype.
Exceeded it, I would
Oh
say.
yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. I'm in awe. Just starts
will-
walking back.
We will both remember this as the day we met Brisket.
Oh yeah. I don't think I can top this. I mean
downhill
okay,
from
I
here.
haven't had this life for very long, but like I can say with certainty that this is the greatest day of it. Like, wow. Fucking Brisket.
I don't mean to pry. Would
Yeah.
you say that your inability to remember, is that more like a blockage? Like you've blocked the memories, or do you
Oh.
think that they're in there and you just can't access them?
I'm gonna let you in on some shit, Corsonis, because I really like you, and I feel like this moment has bonded us forever. So I don't know
Go
how
for
much I've
Brisket.
told y'all about myself, particularly. I mean, I don't know much about myself, but I mean, the whole memory thing is because I died. Probably, I'm assuming. I mean, I woke up with like arrows like sticking out of me, and I had to like take them out. It was bad.
What?
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
oh
this
dear.
happened like a year ago, and I kind of figured like, oh, I'm probably in like shock or something, and waited for memories to come back, and they didn't. And then there was this like voice that would sometimes come in my head, and you know, say shit like how I have to repent for my horrible past life or whatever, and how I was a terrible person, and I gotta make up for it. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck I was before. I don't even know like anything. Anyway, so no, I don't think I can remember anything. I mean, it might be in there, but I can't get to it. I've tried, but yeah.
That is very awful. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that. Well, I
I mean,
okay. So there's
it sounds like I deserved it.
mm, but well, okay. There is a spirit, a Quori that has followed my family for some time. Sonus, uh, and Sonus occasionally speaks to me. Uh, that is why I am Corsonus. It is we are all named after our Quori, and I don't. The idea of Sonus saying such awful things. It's, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I hope maybe hmm, maybe we can find some way to find out what has happened, and then we can um, find some way to get. Well, I assume it's not a Quori. It's probably something else.
I don't know. I
But
mean, okay, so I had a like weird fucked up dream the other night, which is weird because I don't like sleep. And I
that is
like
weird.
talked to
Both
a
parts of that are
fucking
weird.
cherub. Yeah, I don't
Well,
I
I
don't do
say
a lot
that,
of
but
things.
I also don't dream. So
Oh,
um,
that's weird.
yeah,
All right. Huh. Yeah, I don't that's
two
why I
of
don't
us
like
not dreaming.
eat
Huh.
or sleep or
Okay,
breathe
no, I
or
okay. That's
do things like that. Yeah, I don't think I'm like, like alive. I'm like
I
alive,
mean,
but like,
you're moving around. Well, I
yeah,
suppose.
yeah.
Wait, are you undead?
I don't know. I do not know the answer to that question. That's
Huh.
why my eyes are kind of cloudy, I think. She like pulls down her eyelid and shows you.
Corsonis gets all up in like.
Yeah. I mean, they're gross and cloudy. They've always been kind of gross and cloudy. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, so I talked to this like cherub dude, and he was like, "Oh, the big man's like, whatever." And apparently, I don't know. That's where I get my power from because I'm supposed to be making up for it, for whatever I did. I don't know what I did, and apparently, somebody, the way that they phrased it, was somebody loved you enough to pray you back into life. And
Well,
I
then you
don't
couldn't have
know.
been all terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, I'm hoping. I mean, I guess I was kind of redeemable if they think that I'm capable of redeeming myself now. But also that brings up like who the fuck was that? And like I should
Well,
probably
we have to find
care.
out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that like. That could be a brother or sister. It could be a parent. It could be a friend. It could be a lover. It could be a lot of things, and I have no fucking clue, and I don't know how to find out. You're smart.
Yeah, there's a lot to look into here.
Yeah, much to
Hmm.
unpack for sure. For sure.
I will look into. I suppose it's a good thing that I now have a contact at this library. Uh, we can
Brisket knows.
we have someone that we can check in with during. Yes. This we'll have to make our way back.
Yeah.
We can definitely get to the bottom of this. I really I need to know if the spirit. Okay, this is probably going to be a lot. The Quarai are renegades, and so I need to make sure that whatever is haunting you is not going to end up hunting me.
Oh.
So it's just something to look into. We've got time. We certainly have plenty of time to get to the bottom of this particular mystery.
I mean, I can try and intentionally dream tonight. I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. I mean, I could
Eyes
just think
go
really
wide.
hard. I'll just think really hard. Like, speak to me, being that harasses me to be a better person all the time. What you know? But
Hey,
I don't know if that's gonna
I
do
mean
shit.
this. I mean this as not creepily as possible, and there is, unfortunately, and I apologize in advance, not much of a way for me to say this and not sound creepy.
Go
But
ahead.
if you're going to do that and try to dream or try to contact, could I
Watch me
be
sleep.
there?
Yeah.
And well, I was going to ask if I could telepathically link to you again while you were
Oh.
doing that, and then
See,
I don't dream, and then if you dream, perhaps I could understand what it's like to dream through you.
I mean, I've only dreamed like pretty like probably that once. And it wasn't very
Okay.
pleasant. I also like drowned at the beginning of it, which is
Oh
weird
dear.
because like I don't breathe, but
Yeah.
like I knew that I was drowning. Like it felt
Huh.
weird. It felt like drowning.
So you felt like you were alive again.
Yeah, I guess so.
My notebooks are all back in my room. We're gonna have to go
Okay,
over all of
yeah.
this again.
I mean, look, I could give you the whole story, but mostly it's woke up on the beach, arrows in chest, dried blood everywhere, got up, staggered to an inn, cleaned up, joined some ships, worked for some captains. That's pretty much it.
Huh.
And then I ended up here.
That is far more exciting than my life. Grew up.
Personas, don't say that. You're so cool. And I mean that.
No, I just mean nothing very exciting until Sonus told me of his vision for my town and the horrible things that were coming. I hadn't done anything.
Yeah, wait, let's dig into that a little bit. What the fuck so how long ago did that happen?
Right before I arrived here in Waterdeep. Well, I mean, plus travel time. There were some individuals from Forest Grey passing through Lork, and Sonus is very in tune with the sounds and the emanations of Faerun. It seems. I think that's what Sonus says. I don't know that I believe them, but I mean, he's probably exaggerating a little bit. But the message was a premonition of sorts, of eyes in the night and lots of teeth and laughter, unending laughter, and following all of that would be much bloodshed in the city of Lork. It would
Oh.
burn, and so I came here to find help for Lork.
Oh shit. Okay. How long do we have on that?
Oh, I
Is
have
there,
no
like, a
idea.
timer? Okay, yeah.
No idea. I just know those three things. Lots of eyes, lots of teeth, and the sound of much laughter. But not quite human laughter. It's more like a mad giggle, if that makes sense.
Perfect. Always good.
Mhm. Yes,
Sounds great.
mostly just. So I know I need to get help for Lork, and so that's why I'm here. I figured joining Force Grey, but it has not quite gone well. I'm hoping that if we resolve this situation with Neverember, that perhaps higher ups will be more than willing to listen to the help that is required for my small town.
That's a good game plan. Also, I'm in, obviously, when you do go do that. Good
I
lord.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I would say that I look forward to showing you Lork, but honestly, there's not much to it. There's a guild hall. We do have a square. Nothing really
Hey.
happens there, but there's a square.
I mean, but
It's on a
things
river.
good.
I mean,
That's good. Water's good. I feel like I know you a lot better. This is good. Also, it feels good to have somebody on helping me on my thing. I don't even really understand it myself, but I'd rather not understand it with somebody else.
well, 2 heads, we can get to the bottom of it faster, twice as fast. 3 if you count Brisket. And honestly, with that hair, we should probably count him for 4. 3 and 4.
I love him. I really do.
He is
Like,
amazing. I see why Nim is friends with him.
yeah,
I want to be better friends with him.
yeah. Oh my. What a day. What a fucking day.
Yeah, we head back to Charles.
All right.
Look
Yeah, great. You make it home without incident to find Exidia sitting at the bar and Kaz behind it, offering him another cocktail. Exidia, why don't you make me a constitution check?
All right, for sure. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Like there's like 7 empty glasses that you've just pushed out of the way on the bar, right? And you take a sip of this next beverage that Kaz has presented to you, and you are, just like you have with the previous 7, offering up your notes. You are maybe a little tipsy, but like it, for the most part, you are just powering through this stuff.
Seeing that there's still much work to do, I'll go ahead and
Damn.
just cast enhance ability on my constitution to,
Hell yeah.
make sure I can keep up with everything. Got lesser restorations ready.
Love it.
Look,
I
we'll
think
go as long as we need to. We're gonna get this place. You'll be a pro in no time.
Thank you. You really took back that whiskey sour pretty well. I don't know how you did it.
Whiskey sour is one of my favorite drinks of all time, and that one was really sour, but not bad.
I think the egg went bad. It was the egg whites that I put. No. I think we're making good progress here.
and it's about at this time that Piety and Corsonis come in.
I
Yo,
will
what the
go
fuck is
sit
going
at the
on?
bar and just look bewildered. I have had, I would say, the closest thing to a spiritual experience I've ever had, but that's like definitely not true, but like pretty damn spiritual. Brisket is everything.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it. I'm gonna make you a drink.
I will, in detail, just rave about Brisket. Like, just, I mean, like, seriously, like, we were worried that, like, he wouldn't live up to the hype, but, like, oh my god. Anyway, we invited him. Ooh, shit, we should probably tell them. We invited him to the opening thing, so you will get to meet him in all of his glory.
And from the sounds of it, our opening night will be very, very popular.
Yeah.
Very popular. He is going to round up a number of the student body from the university, which also, in retrospect, sounds like something we should have warned Nim about. I don't know if there were other students
Yeah.
Nim might be concerned with. We'll find out in a moment.
Yeah.
Have you been here this whole time drinking?
Well, I
Well, I've
haven't
been
drunk.
doing the drinking. So
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
And Exidia? Alright.
how
Put those
are
fuckers
you
away.
feeling?
oh, chipper, fantastic, best
Great.
I've ever been.
Xenia, are you okay? I think this. You've been drinking nonstop.
I'm very good at it. Been
Okay?
practicing for weeks,
Okay? I like to believe that it was because of my professional drink making that you are able to take this much. Most people would have thrown up by now. I remember I gave one guy 3 vodka waters back to back, and he didn't like that. So I think we're doing good, right? We got brisket. Ooh. I think this tavern is coming together, actually.
Today was the greatest day.
That is a perfect place. One thing that I would like to ask everybody, I don't think we've done this yet. The tavern has been renovated and you've had sort of your soft open as people primarily from the Troll Skull Alley have come in so you can test some of your systems and some of your recipes and some of your drinks out. But what we haven't talked about is what the tavern area here really looks like, right? We did this for everybody's rooms, but I'd like to do the same thing for the tavern. So if we could go around, right? And actually, Kaz, why don't we start with you? Why don't you describe one thing in the tavern that you see or hear or smell, or just one unique bit of flavor so that we can get a sense of what this space looks like. And actually, I will, just to help out a little bit, I wonder if I've got a good one here. Right. So at least you can see what the sort of tavern area, the general shape. And if you could, yeah, just let me know something about something that strikes you about the space.
Something that strikes me about the space. On one of the walls, it says, "Ask the ghost a question," and it's just like a softboard.
Okay.
If you write a question, I think Left might answer it. It depends on how they're feeling at that moment.
Okay. Where do you think this chalkboard is? Is it behind the bar somewhere? Or is it out in
it's
sort of a
behind-
public area?
I think it's behind the bar.
Okay. Love it. Fantastic. Give yourself a point of inspiration for that. That's beautiful. Exidia, you've been sitting there drinking for a while.
Sorry, I missed the prompt.
Oh.
I just got right quick. I just got a slew of emails from PayPal to an account that I don't have a PayPal account,
Awesome.
saying that like I sent $400 to someone and all of that. So I was just like trying to resolve that.
Hey,
But
we're pretty close, right? If you'd like to take a little moment to jump on that, we can take a break right now. So that like that sounds like it might be pretty concerning, right? Probably not a bad idea to get to the bottom of that. How's everybody feel
That would
about taking a
be-
break now?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
just so
good.
everyone knows, Tyler's money has not been touched.
yeah.
Okay, good.
great.
So I have
Yes.
multiple email accounts, and this is like someone has set up a brand new PayPal account using one of my email accounts that's not.
And whoops, there we go. All right, so here we are. Kaz has just explained the chalkboard that sits behind the bar that has become the most efficient way to communicate with Leaf. And we are going to continue around the room just to get a sense of what this tavern looks like. We haven't really discussed it much since the renovations have been done. Exidia, is there anything in particular you'd like to point out? A sight, a sound, a smell, a location?
I think Exidia would, in an effort to make it, like make sure it's homey, is make
Mhm.
sure that it doesn't smell like an old rotten building anymore.
Gotcha.
And so, like, using little stuff to just give it kind of a, nice, not like super flowery, but like a natural, like aromatic scent. Set up some perfume and incense or something like that. Make sure it's not stale in here.
Cool. And I imagine, right, that you may, in the course of making that happen and getting materials to make that happen, you probably head across the street to Corlin's Crown at some point or another, right? Just to pick up supplies or maybe ask some questions, consult about, cool, very cool. I dig it. Piety, how about you? Anything in particular that you take notice of? Is there stuffed fish on the wall that we should be aware of?
Please, can we put Bitey in here? What the fuck? We gotta get a stuffed fish now. Now that you said it.
Just a magically enchanted knucklehead trout.
Yeah, the dude at the store was saying that this was like on sale or something because it annoyed him. Apparently it sings randomly. Yeah, I don't really know. Said it was pretty cheap.
Oh,
No,
no,
again,
I
I
thought
will get a
like-
fucking, I will get a fish though, a stuffed fish. Fuck
Okay.
yeah. Mostly because she thinks it's really funny. And it's like, can we please be one of these places? Please.
So, is the detail that you are sharing with us, right? That you have cleared out a spot on the wall, right?
Mhm.
That you have intentionally and informed everyone that it must remain blank, right? Because that is going to be the location, right? For your stuffed fish once you purchase it. Is that what
Yes.
you're okay?
100%.
Can you do me a favor? Just ping on the map where that is so I know
Oh,
where this
hell
fish is
yeah.
going to go up at some point?
Oh, hell yeah. Ooh. On this wall. No, wait, because
Okay.
then this furnace, this fireplace here is gonna block it. Everyone needs to see it. This wall.
Okay. You're going to put it on this back wall over here.
Fuck yeah.
Got it. Fantastic. Corsonis, how about you?
Corsonis comes back one day with a brand new dartboard. I have the perfect spot, sees the sign. Do not put anything here. Fish mounting spot.
Don't you
Oh.
fucking dare.
Oh, no. He looks around, sees that there is basically nowhere to put this dartboard at this point that is not like either in front of the main door, so you'd be
Yeah.
throwing darts across the entryway, or next to a table, so you'd be chucking dartboard or darts at the table, across the table. So he will eventually just stick it to the ceiling above the fireplace.
That's
And-
fucking immaculate.
Love it. Fucking love it. I also love that upon reporting that you've come in and seen this sign, Pity's response, like, you haven't said a word. It just sees you with the dartboard, right? And Pity's response is, don't fucking think about it.
I
Don't
called
even
dibs,
dream about it.
motherfucker.
Right. Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
I thought we were friends now.
We're like best friends now, but I called fucking dibs.
Ah, you're right.
Dibs
Okay.
is serious shit, Corsona.
Hell yeah, it is.
Mage hand that to the ceiling. Stick a few darts in it just for good measure.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nim, how about you?
I have two, but they go hand in hand.
Go for it.
I am going to go to a like a painter,
Mhm.
and acquire like a bunch of like rich and kind of darkish jewel toned colors,
Mhm.
and I am going to paint every wall, and not like flat solid colors. We'll do
Mhm.
like not full abstract, but like we're doing unique painting style, um with these like really not intense, but like rich colors, um and so it kind of like darkens the room.
Okay.
And then to follow that, I will go to the light guild,
Uh-huh.
the guild, that place,
Yeah, yeah.
House of Light, and I will inquire about getting a bunch of tiny lights of many colors,
Mhm.
and using that to like light the place in the corners of the building, on the ceiling, in like on like the tables for every place. So like it's not entirely dark, but it's lit by a lot of bright color, and then like reflecting off of the walls in a very kind of eerie way, and not really eerie in a creepy way, but like I'm trying to build the comfort of a blanket fort in a
Mhm.
public space,
Gotcha.
is what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. I am down. I am down for that. So in terms of like the colors that you're painting on the wall and the color scheme,
Mhm.
is this just sort of are we talking different solid colors on each wall? Are we talking like abstract sort of mishmash or swirls of colors on each of the walls?
Swirls is probably the most apt way of doing it. Like
Okay.
emerald green, like a deep rich blue,
Hmm.
some like mustard yellow, sort of thing.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, not solid block colors, and certainly not like like modern abstract accent walls that are all
Hmm.
like geometric shapes. Like fuck that.
Right. Much
Like
more
organic
organic.
shapes. Yes.
Okay. Um, and it sounds like, I know this is not um, the item that we're talking about, but just in terms of sort of a modern day equivalent in terms of functionality, it sounds like you're talking almost like Christmas lights that'll be up and around.
Yeah, kind of. Like in my head, they're
Hmm.
like jars of crystal, or like
Hmm.
crystal growths that are glowing, because I know like there's like the continual flame spell or whatever.
Love it.
Um, Something akin to that, that's not going to burn anything down, but
Hmm.
comes in like pink and yellow
Hmm.
and blue, and yeah.
Right. And you've consulted with the House of Light to help get all this stuff going.
Yeah.
Um, there, at some point, if you're cool with it, let's call
Mhm.
all the material costs for all of that stuff, right? Let's call it 5 gold.
Ooh, that is beautiful. Mwah, love that.
Yeah, and that right, and we'll just hand wave, like, whether or not that makes sense. I don't really care. Like but okay, there's some cost associated with it. We've established that. You've got this, man. I really, um, Katie, definitely. Oni, you will probably remember it. Like, I'm feeling real like Mellow Mushroom interior vibes in this place
Yes.
at this point, right? Like,
Oh man.
yeah, just sort of trippy, organic, colors and swirls, which is definitely enhanced by these strange lights. That's probably the first thing that people notice when they come in. The next thing they notice, right? It's with the exception of a couple people that live on this street, everyone else who's been in here, right? They frequent inns and taverns, right? And so the next thing that they will notice, right, is holy shit, this place does not smell like a fucking tavern. Like that's like it's striking to people how much that's the case. And you even hear some people like talking about like, actually, let's make it specific. You hear Avi and Emmerich, right, from the Forge across the way, right? They've been in once or twice, right? And they're very nice. They're not saying this in accusatory tone, but as you serve them every now and then, you overhear them being like, dude, this has got to be because they don't have regular customers. Like they can't keep this up when it's amazing. They're stunned. They're super happy, right? They're excited about it. One of the patrons actually inquires, you know what? Somebody roll me a D6 real quick. I'm just curious. Whoever the first one is to do it. Okay. Let me see here.
Mwah, love you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Nim, right? They ask just someone from the street who's sort of wandered in asks, hey, how come that isn't over there? Right. And that they're pointing to is the completely unusable dartboard in its current location. Right. And what they're pointing to is this space reserved sign that is on the wall.
Why is it over there? Why is it over there? Mind your fucking business. Look, and if you can't hit it, just say so. I mean, you're gonna lose a lot of money doing so. And then I'll stand under it and chuck a dart up onto the ceiling.
Yeah, fuck it. Make an attack roll. Just to see how close we get.
I'll use my dag. Well, it's not I would
No,
assume it's
fucking
not a
nailed it.
disadvantage.
Nailed it. Way to go, Ted Lasso. You fucking crushed it.
I like toss a dart like in my hand and catch it, and then like extend it out to them. Get good, and then I'll walk behind the bar.
Bro, did you just tell him to get fucking good?
And the dude's like, look, my apology. Like, I'm not familiar with all the different versions of darts. I didn't realize that there was this advanced version. Like, I'll have to.
Listen, in the Underdark, this is everything. This is exactly how I was taught back by my mother, who's native. So back home, anyway, and I go into like this entirely made up story about this.
Awesome. Dude's eyes sort of glaze over, and by the end of it, he's just like, so I just thought maybe like, I've only seen dartboards on the wall. And he's not really talking to you. He's really just mumbling to himself at this point and just goes back to his table. Yeah. And what I think is probably more a treat for those of you that live and work here than it is for any of the patrons, right? Is the chalkboard behind the bar that lets you communicate with Leaf. Maybe we'll see as time goes on if any of your regulars, assuming that you have regulars, if any of them notice it and notice that every now and then writing appears on there that no one seems to be writing. But at least as of right now, people just aren't here frequently enough. So it's just a way for the 5 of you to check in with Leaf and, make sure he's doing okay, see if he needs anything. And Leaf seems to be what he reports, what you can glean from his brief and shaky responses to whatever you put on the chalkboard is that he's super happy that it's a tavern once again, and he just wants the customers to start showing up. That's what he's interested in. He likes it when customers are here. Yeah. And
Okay.
so go for it, Kaz.
I just want to add something real
Yeah,
quick
please.
to the
Please do.
the dartboard guy.
Mhm.
As soon as he goes back to his table, I'm just gonna try to make a bullseye and send it to him.
Okay. Try and make a bullseye on the dartboard.
No, I mean the drink.
Oh, the drink a bullseye. All right. Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh my god. Shade.
Make me. I feel like that should be a performance check. How do you feel about that?
I'll take it. I think I'll take it.
All right. Do it with advantage because that's how much I like it. And no other reason. Like there's no mechanical reason.
Oh my god. Okay. I got
right.
Sick.
Give me one more. All right. Fantastic. You make the drink. Drop it off, and he asks, I didn't order this. Is this on the house?
You know, yeah, but that was a pretty sick burn from them.
It was, and this will really take the edge off. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. And
No problem.
dude takes a sip, right, and looks at you. And he goes, This is really tasty. And he takes another sip and puts it down a little bit, and then he sort of chugs like maybe a third of the drink. It's like, wow, this is really good. What do you call this?
Oh, you know, a good old fashioned bullseye.
You know what, dude? Fuck you. And he puts the drink down and walks out.
Fucking cackling.
Love it.
Oh,
All right, spectacular. Let me check in with Piety and Corsonis. Right, there was some discussion about some attempted like forced dreaming situation and linked telepathic bond through the dreaming. Like, when is this happening? Is this something that's happening like immediately, or is this something that's happening off in the future at some point?
Can I do one thing before we get to this?
Hell yeah!
Only because it might...
Honestly, anybody can do anything before we get to it. Like, I don't mean to rush people, so please.
At some point, when either Nim comes down or we're all back together somewhere, Corsonis will elbow Piety and make the head gesture over towards Nim. We should send Brisket's message.
Oh, go ahead. Not it. Nose goes.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was that bad. Okay, I'll go over on my own. We found
like, drinking coffee and like eyeing you guys from across the room.
Yeah, we just been staring at you like weirdly, just like. I like shoves Corsonis.
Okay, I don't. Good morning. I don't see or after what's happened. Hello. I don't know what the issue was, but I figured apparently that we should tell you we met Brisket, who was very helpful, lovely, very, very lovely individual. Helped us find the book on Xanathar. Did we ever read Piety? Did we ever actually look at that book?
I didn't. Do you want it?
Yeah, I should. Just say I'll get it off the table.
Don't.
Brisket was yes, very, very, very helpful. We delivered your message, and I will pull out a gold coin and plunk it on the table. Brisket says he always pays his debts with interest.
I just grab you by the face, kiss your head.
Okay.
I'll have to buy him a jacket. Hold on. He starts like taking off some of his layers and like going through which one has the least amount of holes.
I just want to make sure I'm clear on something. Corsonis, are you giving Dim like
One of my
your gold
gold
pieces?
coins.
Okay, just wanted to make sure
100%.
I understood what was happening. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, Brisket is
Bonkers. Amazing.
broke other than, but you know,
Right.
I got him. I got him.
Amazing.
Brisket's cool.
Glorious, glorious, glorious. Thank you.
Yes. How did things go at Force Cray? Oh wait, you told me all about that. Never mind. Goodbye. That was definitely not Ted forgetting that we had this conversation already.
I like to think that he was just baffled and confused.
All right. No, I'm going to go. I'm going to go observe Piety's dreams. Good night.
Weird.
Just, you know,
What?
casual, chill, usual activities.
Go back to my coffee.
All right. Whenever you're ready, I'm going to read this book. In the meantime, Piety, whenever
I mean,
dreaming
okay,
is supposed to happen, just let me know.
here's the thing. I don't really like I said, like I don't really like sleep.
Okay.
Really, I mean, like I could try and like pray to the thing and be like, hey, give me a message or something. Like, give me a sign.
I could put you to sleep.
Yeah, try it.
Magically.
I don't think anybody's ever tried that on me before. I don't know if it'll fucking work.
Oh, I suppose it's worth a try. Everybody, please step away from Piety so I don't get the rest of you with this. I will cast a second level sleep and try to
Are
put
you just
Piety to
doing
sleep.
this in like the tavern on the tavern floor?
It's just like, because I'm saying, like, now is this at the bar?
Yes.
Magic
That's
can't put
fucking
me to
funny, and I'm
sleep.
watching.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be here too.
Ted guessed that. I guessed you were a seal.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
I'm not.
Corsonis, on the other hand. Oh, right.
Okay, this is fantastic. Right. Corsonis takes all the caution in the world to make sure that
Didn't need that second level slot anyway.
right, that this magic only affects Piety. Cast the spell, and much like your boy Brisket just fucking dead-eyed you as he finished his sub. Right? Now, as you finish your spell, you see Piety standing across from you, just dead-eye, like straight staring back at you. Yeah, nothing's happening. Shrug of the shoulders.
Does it like work like now, or is it like it takes like an hour to work kind of deal, or like?
Nope. That should have done the job.
I mean, you're welcome to try and like knock me out, but also
no.
like,
Oh
don't
goodness,
kill me.
no.
Please don't
That.
kill me. I mean,
no.
I don't.
Unconscious. I don't
again?
think you really dream so much.
Yeah, that's true.
So that seems like that would defeat the purpose of the experiment. That's fine. It's
Okay,
fine. We'll
fine.
try something else another time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like I said, I can just lay down and be like, hey, whatever celestial being is out there.
sure. I'm going to link our minds. You do that whenever.
Okay.
If you start dreaming, just let me know in the. I don't know how dreaming works because I don't do it. So
Yeah. I mean, I've only had like that one.
that's one more than I've got. So you're the expert here.
Sit down somewhere and just like think really loudly at the celestial beings possibly.
Right.
Just be like,
All right,
hey.
hold on a second. Let's back up. So I
I got a
understand
question now
what the hell's
myself.
going
Right?
on.
This is still on like the tavern floor, right? This is just happening here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That was question number one. So this is happening just on the first floor, right in the
Just so
tavern.
I'm clear, we're not having the party today. This is just a slow tavern night, I am assuming.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
perfect.
Right.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
Still, okay. So this is
Can I roll a
happening.
perception check to hear this? Like,
I don't think you really need one.
Right,
We're
I was
not
just
being
gonna say,
quiet.
no, you do not.
Also
You
great
just
as
hear
fuck.
it. Like, I mean, Corsonis has just announced that everyone needs to stand back so they're not affected by this fucking spell. Like, you're well aware of what the fuck is going on.
I'm an elf, so I can't be put to sleep. There's a lot going on my tavern. Wait, keep going.
Okay. So here you are on the first floor. We know at least that Kaz and Nim are still here with you. There's, we'll say, a couple stragglers. Just sort of one of them's watching with some curiosity. The others don't fucking care. They're here for a little mead, right? A little food that they don't have to prepare themselves, which at this point is just a mediocre stew, nothing fancy. You know, just something you can have boiling away in a pot basically all afternoon and evening and have some sustenance to serve people, along with some bread. You've dealt with both the Butcher and Baker's Guild, so you've got all of that on hand. And Ixity, are you still at the bar sampling drinks?
I mean, as long as they're being proffered to me, I'm not turning them down.
Okay. Well, I mean,
but yeah, I'm just hanging out in the bar for sure.
well, there's two things about that. One, right? You're one of the owners. You can have a drink offered to you at literally any time, right? You know, and even if no one's behind the bar, right? The two options that you have are you can either go behind the bar or reach behind the bar yourself, and no one's going to say shit about it, right? The other option that you and literally only 4 other people really have, right, is like Leaf's not good at serving drinks, right? And so you can't have him serving customers, right? But you're not customers, right? If he spills a little bit of your drink, like it's fine, right? If it prevents you from having to go behind the bar because you don't feel like it, well, great. And it gives Leaf something to do. He feels like he's tending bar again, right? So yeah, like long story short, although a little too late for that, you can have as many drinks as your heart desires.
Yeah, I think not so much am I interested in continuing drinking,
Mhm.
more so just if Cass is still looking for practice, I'll be here.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, I'm just hanging out and enjoying the buzz.
Just hanging out. Gotcha. Great. Let's see. Piety and Corsonis. The two individuals, or not the two, but two individuals that, well, at least Piety doesn't sleep. Corsonis doesn't dream, right? And you are just sort of staring at each other, right? And
Anything yet?
Nothing.
Do you know beholders have multiple different magical effects from their eyes? It's very gross.
Ugh. That is gross.
and another hour goes by.
Hold on, have to reforge the bond.
And in hour number 3, like your field of vision gets all weird and sort of wavy, right? And there's sort of colors swirling around a little bit. And you start to think, okay, maybe I'm slipping into something. And then you realize, like, no, it's just the
Whoa.
fucking flickering lights on these goddamn walls. You're fucking my goddamn eyes up. God damn it.
Fucking mellow mushroom.
Yeah, the fucking mellow mushroom.
Man.
Nice. So, the bad news, right, is that, well, actually, before I get to that, because maybe things will change up. How long are you two going to stay at this?
As long as Corsonus is willing to sit here and stare at me
Okay.
and keep casting this shit on me.
Eventually Cortisonus does need to sleep, and he will be like, he'll do that thing where he realizes he's read the same page like 6 times and has no idea what it says.
Mhm.
All right, well, the sun went down, I don't even know how many hours ago.
What about player tape?
We can try this another time. I have to go not dream finger guns,
Cool.
but I do
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
gonna-
sleep.
I should probably go lay down and be. I guess I've been laying down, being motionless for a while. I'm gonna go do that more.
Wait, were you
in my room.
laying down in the tavern?
I imagine sitting on the ground, but like
Okay.
on the ground.
Gotcha. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, and so unfortunately,
I will make sure to link minds one last time before Cortisonus goes up to bed.
great. Great. Unfortunately, no success this evening. So that's the bad news. The good news, right, is that, well, you don't have any indication that this won't work. It just, at least as of right now, all you know is that it didn't work this evening.
Y'all ever
Yeah.
just stare at your friends for hours on it?
Okay. Echo, I need you to do me a favor. Go watch Piety. I will let her know you're coming, and in case anything happens, she can tell you and you can come get me. And I will send my little bat familiar to watch Piety. I'm going to
Piety's-
send Echo in case you have a dream. Just let him know, and he can wake me up.
Echo's your bat, right?
Correct. Yes. Be there in a
Cool.
moment.
Cool. Hell, motherfucker. I knew it was coming and it still got. All right. Yep.
What the fuck?
Fantastic. All right. Wonderful. So everyone calls it a night. The bat just stares at you as you don't sleep. So now
Mhm.
you're just dead eye in a bat. Right. And are you down in the basement?
Probably in. Where is my room on the? I have a. Where the fuck is my room? I'm on the same floor as Corsonis, I think.
Oh, yeah. You're in the room with the tub.
Yeah. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. We're on the floor 3.
Oh my
Third floor,
God.
buddies.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I will get in the tub though to sleep. Just
Okay.
fully submerged, just chilling.
The bat is just up on the hearth here, just staring. All right. Fantastic. Holy shit, man. I don't know that I can unpack that right now.
But Corsonis is asleep. It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I do it. This is why it came up last time.
Right. I mean, it's fine except for the fact that right now Piety's in the tub,
Yeah, I know.
There's-
which is
like,
the problem.
No, there's a tub off through my room.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
yeah,
see.
confused.
I gotcha.
yeah. This is okay. This is the one.
Gotcha. All right. Spectacular. Great. So we've got some information about Xanathar. Force Grey was not very helpful in protecting citizens' well-being.
It's fine. Mert got our back.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah. And so, is there anything else we'd like to do before we fast forward a little bit to Fight Night at the Kolat Towers? Spectacular. So let's okay. Move ahead in time a little bit, and as the flyer that was nailed to your door indicates, there is going to be some prize fights at the Kolat Towers in the where are they? I think it's in the South Ward. Yeah, in the Southern Ward. Right. And so Nim in particular and Piety, you have some sense of where this is, in large part because it's right next to the dock ward. So you are somewhat familiar with this establishment. And as you approach, it's a little unique, right? In that what you see are two towers that rise parallel to one another. One of those towers, right, is like entirely sort of on its own, right? It just stands isolated, and it looks like maybe 2, maybe 3 stories up, there's some sort of walking bridge, right, over to the other tower, which is a larger tower, right? And the base of that tower has been built out with some sort of larger structure around it. And I'm going to see if this works. Right? It looks a little bit like that, right? So you've got, this larger tower with the structure around its base. You've got the smaller, skinnier tower, smaller radius next to it, and there's a little walking bridge between the two. And there seems to be, right, a decent amount of foot traffic coming into this place. And as you enter, let me see if I can find the actual map. Right, and let me know if you can see this.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And hopefully there's no dynamic lighting or anything because fuck dynamic lighting. I don't want it to die. Yeah, and there are a decent number of people milling about here. The only individuals that I have put on the map, right, are people that seem to be working in this establishment. You've got two individuals to the left of the door here, right, that appear to be muscle, right? That is a half orc here and a humanoid standing next to them, and they're have their backs against the wall and are just sort of looking out as the crowd mills around. And then behind the bar, you've got a gnome gentleman, right, and a dwarf female, right, that are tending bar a little bit, although there's a couple other people that are handling most of that, and they seem to be more interested in the patrons that are placing bets. The room is not well appointed, right? In fact, your tavern seems like a much more welcoming and cared after place. This is just bare wood walls, bare plank floors, a lot of sawdust thrown down to absorb any spills and whatnot. An interesting element that you notice is there are these tables here, right? That the tabletops are hollow in the center of them. And there's a handful of them all around. As you, let me not make any assumptions. Are you entering, or is there something you'd like to do before y'all head in?
Entering.
Fantastic.
I'm also pointing at random people we see to Kaz and just say, "Is that your brother?"
Nice.
No. This random fucking people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's just one after another.
Fantastic. Great. As you guys enter, the female dwarf behind the bar, after a little bit, makes eye contact with you as a group. Not really anyone specifically, but just sees you all sort of huddled together and waves you over towards the bar.
Better walk over to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, you looks like you guys got the note. Welcome. Glad you could make it.
Oh, no, thank you. Great to be here. You know, these are my compadres.
Oh, we know who you are. Big news. Heroes of Waterdeep, saving a noble. Good on you.
Yeah, you know, thank you. I think
You excited to see your brother fight?
Oh yeah, actually, I did kind of want to make a bet while I was over here. I want to put 6 gold down for him.
Kaz, are
Si-
you sure you want to bet?
Oh fuck yeah!
I aren't you? Isn't that why your brother's here? Isn't that? I don't know.
We're here to make gold. That's why he's here.
Are we?
Well, if you don't want to make no fucking money, that's cool with you.
Listen, he's fighting 2 people. Like,
It's jocks. Look, watch this.
All right. 6 gold on your brother. He's currently going to be fighting second. The warm up fight is going on now. We just got 2 patrons decided they wanted to square off, see who was tougher. So they're fighting now. Your brother's going up against the Terrible Twins next, and then after that, it'll be the main event.
Okay.
Pretty interesting tonight. So yeah, you can either watch from one of the tables or head downstairs. You might get a little bit better view.
I think it'd be nice to head downstairs.
Sure. Who else heading downstairs with Kaz?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we should split up.
Okay.
What are you so scared of?
What you see
Ooh.
downstairs, right? You walk down the stairs. They don't quite match up, but the stairs are basically over on this side of the structure, right? And what you guys see is people sort of gathered around this curve here, right? Which is or was clearly the foundation of this old tower, this main tower, right? But it is now not all, but like a lot of the walls here have been removed and replaced with iron gates or iron bars, so that you can sort of line up and look in and see what is going on in this fighting pit, right? But you can't get in there from here, right? You can just see into it. And then the other thing you'll notice while you're down here is there's some light shining in to this pit from above, right? And particularly based on Kaz's passive perception, but I think Exidia, yours is pretty high too, right? You guys realize that, those open holes, like in the center of those tables, it's for patrons to look down and see what's going on in the fighting pit. And so light is sort of shining down from there. And there are 2 humans just bare knuckle beating the shit out of each other. Right? And this goes on for a little while, in part because these are not gladiators, right? These are 2 dudes, probably with beer muscles, right? So there's a lot of time, right? That is them just sort of doubled over with their hands on their knees, like catching their breath, like trying to gain enough energy to take a few more swings, right? And so this probably goes on like 15 minutes. And of the 15 minutes that you witness, I'd say a good like 10 to 12 of it is either them just straight up catching their breath, right? Or like grappling one another, but just doing it to sort of lean on the other one and make sure that they're not going to get hit with another punch. You know, it's completely defensive. But, you know, after 15 minutes of a really lackluster fight, one dude, yeah, absolutely, Oni. Nailed it. Right. Right. One dude kicks the other guy in the back of the knee, right? So he then falls down, right, to one knee and gives him a forearm shiver to the temple, right? That just knocks him completely unconscious at best. Right? It's hard to tell if he's unconscious or dead at this point, right? But somebody who works here, right, comes out of a gate over here, right? And the one dude who's still standing walks out, and two people come and drag this other guy out by the heels, right? And just drag him off. At that point, let me grab this dude. The dwarf appears from up above, says, it's not quite the fight I was hoping for, but it's better than nothing. Istrid's the name. It's nice to meet you. And this, like, 3.5 foot tall and probably about 3 foot wide, sort of ashen colored dwarf with gray white hair extends a hand out.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, well, it turns out that we have some of the same interests. We were interested in, like you, making sure your brother got out of prison.
Hold up. Question again. Who are you again? That's what.
Hi, I'm Istrid. And
Yes.
she extends her hand again.
Okay, no,
You
don't.
You do notice at this point, on her neck, there's a tattoo of a black snake with wings.
Okay, we don't need to shake again. I just wanted to make sure I got the name. Why did you exactly wanted to get my brother out of jail?
Well, it's an opportunity for us to make some money. He's got a pretty good reputation as a fighter. And the only fighting he was doing in debtor's prison was for his life, really. That doesn't do anybody any good.
No, it doesn't.
Right. So we paid his debts. Now we own him.
Who? Just to be clear, who is we exactly?
Istrid turns her head to the side to show off the tattoo.
Yes. On the inside, Cass is panicking. So you got okay. That's y'all gonna take good care of my brother, right? This is not just a drop off deal that y'all are doing. A crash dummy.
Well, of course. He's got a lot of money to make back for us.
Stomach is completely dropped into the fucking ground. Face is like just whitening. It's just like he just seen a fucking ghost. Yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah, I
Gripping.
mean, unless somebody else comes up with some other way to get us all the money that he owes us, he's going to be working for us for a long time.
Oh. Yo, we're gonna. I think I'm definitely gonna get you the money back.
Really?
Oh,
How is it you're going to go about doing that?
I
mean,
always find a way.
Don't get me wrong. Super happy to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, your brother's a great fighter, but fighting's a rough game.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's why I don't want him to do it anymore.
Say, maybe you guys want to make some money tonight.
What?
Huh?
Well, I mean, your friend here is talking about how he's going to pay back his brother's debt. Maybe you want to start by making some money tonight.
How exactly?
Istrid leans against one of the sets of iron bars, right? And says, well, can't make any money on this side of the bars.
Oh, I'm not that good of a fighter, but I'll do it.
What?
I mean, wait. What are the rules here? Like,
Win.
is it weapons, magic? Like, what's the?
Look, it's pretty simple. We got this whole place designed so there's no outside interference, right? So you go in there and you do what you have to do to win.
I'm not gonna get kicked out if I turn into like a gorilla and beat someone's ass, right?
You turn into whatever the hell you want to turn into, my friend.
Guys, I like the sound of this.
What?
Even with that seems inadvisable.
Well, I mean, look, if it makes you feel any better, no one's going to die. Well, I mean,
Okay, maybe
someone,
a little. You're right. You're right.
Someone's definitely going to die, but not for long.
Ooh, please don't say that.
Oh, don't worry. We got the best clerics in Waterdeep.
I'm sure they're very inexpensive to you.
Oh
If you
my
need
god.
to fight, I promise to heal you.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm sick as fuck.
I mean, you can use all the healing that you want during a fight. I mean, of course, you got to be on that side of the pods to do it.
I meant more like after. I'm not. You could not pay me enough fucking money to get in there. Well, I say that. No, you couldn't. You still couldn't.
What exactly are the terms you're offering?
I don't know. What do you say? 500 gold for victory?
Spit my drink.
Easy peasy. I'm in. Where do I sign?
Is that
Oh,
each
God.
or total?
Well, no, I figured 100 gold each, 500 total, right? I mean, we're gonna make so much bank, right? Having the heroes of Waterdeep, Rainier's rescuers, in an impromptu fight is going to be amazing.
We fight each other?
No, we got.
Fuck.
Oh,
All of us versus someone else.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
oh.
No.
Ishrid's looking over each of you, and her eyes settle on you, Exidia. Goes, oh, yeah, no, I know just who you guys can fight. Yeah, it is going to be great.
Oh my God! Please don't say that.
Oh.
Well, you know what? Maybe you guys should decide after you watch Jax. Watch his bout against the Terrible Twins.
Can I get? Okay. Can I get like basically like right up to the bars?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh fuck! This is. That's it. That's all.
So you're just pressed up against the bars, waiting for your brother's fight. Is that correct?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. How about everybody else? What's going on?
Sitting here sweating.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Great. Go for it.
Well, do you really intend to fight, Exidia?
I would love to.
And this is a group fight? Is this one-on-one? Should we?
Well, I mean, if y'all aren't interested in fighting, I don't think they're gonna make you. But I mean, there's money in it for us. We work really well as a team. I'm sure we could take whatever they throw at us. We've probably seen worse.
All right. Well, I'm in.
I'd rather us all go in as a team than go in on a one-on-one. But if I was down to go one-on-one until the idea of a team thing came around.
Yo,
At least 2-on-1.
500 gold, right? I think 500 gold would be worth it.
Yeah, we'll be fine. You
That
heard
could-
him. No one's gonna stay dead.
Definitely.
Yeah, that is a problem. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. Why not?
Okay. 500 gold, and you just see fucking Kaz is hyping himself up against the bars. Oh.
Hey, that's great fucking news. Listen, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Real quick. Just real quick.
Yeah.
How much does Jax owe you?
Jax is into, well, I mean, to get him out of debtor's prison, we had to pay 8,220 gold.
What? Oh, fuck.
I'll just wide-eyed stare at Kaz.
I had 20 gold max before I started this. Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. He was really grateful when we busted him out of there. Well, bought him out of there.
Mm.
You know, I mean, it is a debtor's prison, but a lot of people get the wrong idea. They think it's debtor's prison. It's all just hanging out, waiting and working off your debts, and that's all it is. But it can be real rough in there, particularly for people that don't have any friends on the inside.
Right.
We
I
gotta
think
make
your
the
point
back.
is made.
Could you
Oh,
repeat that number for me one more time? Heidi pulls out her journal.
Please.
8,220 gold. Well, in fairness, actually, it was, and he is sort of looking up in the sky, trying to do some calculations, right? I think it was like 7,600, 7,700 gold when we bought him out, right? But I mean, he died the last fight he had here, so we had to charge him for the.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm sure he'll do better today.
We got it. We got it. Look, watch this. We got it. Whew.
Yeah. Anything else? Great. I'm going to run upstairs. I'll be right back down so we can talk about it more. But I'm going to run upstairs, update the chalkboard, let everybody know that you five are going to be fighting. This is going to be great. We're going to make so much bank. It's going to be amazing. And Istrid fucks off upstairs.
Heidi looks at Corsonis and just says, "At least we got to meet Brisket before we died."
Oh, no, Piety. Brisket is coming to our party. We're going to win.
We gotta win for Brisket.
Who the hell is
No.
Brisket?
No, we have to win for ourselves so that we can see Brisket.
That's true. This is true. All
This
right.
is for
He's had
this is
fucking
for
effect on
us.
you all.
He's incredible. Are you kidding?
Why do you think I want to go back to school?
Oh my god. Yeah, at first I was
thought you
kind of
wanted
like,
to go to school for the music
school,
and to be able to play, but now I
can have
understand
multiple
truly.
reasons.
Yes, no, I understand truly. Yes.
What is this guy? Some kind of Adonis? Like, what's
You
going
gotta meet him, Exidia. You
There
don't
will meet him at the party.
understand.
He's amazing.
If you were to calculate mathematically attractiveness on a scale of 1 to 20, it's easily at like a 22 or so, you
Yeah.
know?
Tyler, please take inspiration for out of nowhere referring to Brisket as an Adonis.
This is
Like if there
Y'all
were
just-
a numerical value that were put to charm, easily 22.
it's the fact that y'all just heard my brother's in crippling debt and you talking about a guy that pulls subs out his fucking pocket.
We gotta inspire
Listen, can your
ourselves
brother
somehow.
do that? Can your brother
So-
do it?
You're telling me he's got subs on hand.
It's
Gonna
not
be
that we
fine.
don't care about your brother's situation. It's just that is an awful lot of money. Realistically, I don't know what we expect to do, but we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. All of a sudden, finding those embezzled dragons is starting to sound like the solution to all our problems. But
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Just- I
real
mean-
quick, Kaz, are you sure you want to place any bets tonight?
I mean,
You
honestly,
can't
at this point, it's such a drop in the bucket. I don't see how that's an issue.
I just want to remind everyone that he did die last time. That's just
Oh.
something to think about.
it's cool. It's because I wasn't here. That's exactly why.
Well, you can't help him now. If he's gonna die again, we're just gonna watch it
What? No. I can't help him.
and then fight in his blood on the floor.
No, he got
No.
this. Last time it was a fluke.
That's all I heard. Is that we are all five fighting together. Nim is fighting with us. Excellent. We are unstoppable.
Something
I
like that.
didn't say that, but, and I will finish
Please.
my drink quickly as physically possible. but I will.
Yeah.
You did say it because you said you'd be fighting in
No,
Kaz's
I very
brother's blood.
deliberately didn't say any of that until just now. I was
but you
still very
did,
much on the
'cause
fence.
You said you'd be fighting in the blood. I knew you were going to join us.
Oh my god.
I will telepathically communicate to Piety. I had no idea, but we'll do this for Brisket.
Dude, we're gonna get our asses beat. But for Brisket.
No, we'll be
Yeah,
fine.
no. Hey, if I
Um,
get knocked out, do the connecty thing.
Oh,
This could be a good opportunity. Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
point.
if
This is the least confident party we have ever seen. We have one person that's like, yeah, I think it's gonna
We
be okay.
got this.
I will also say if we are going to be having our grand opening soon, and I don't know if I have like a black eye for it, I will be very upset. I'm just gonna say that.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean,
Don't
I
let
can
Nim get
heal
hit in
you
the face.
pretty
Got it.
decently, but I don't know how decently. You know,
I'm good.
like
I'm good with the
Neck
neck out.
down, we're fine. I'm even, we can make do from like neck down, belt up. I think I'll be fine.
Are you going to call no face shots or something? Like what the fuck?
Listen, realistically, I also understand that my best utility is probably still my sword. So I know that I'm just kind of fucked. I just wanted to be clear that I'm going to be upset.
yeah, that's
Me
fair.
too. You know. We're in the same fucking boat. I can't do nothing else.
Oh, we are not in the same fucking boat. You've got a brother with 8K in debt.
Ooh, that hurt. Okay.
it is
You
at
see,
this
like,
point. Go for it.
you see, Kaz visibly was like wincing every time that amount was get brought up.
It is at this point that this gate over here opens up, and an individual that you know quite well, Kaz, bounds out of those doors and is, bouncing up and down on the balls of his feet and doing a little shadow boxing. It is your brother, Jax, and he's doing that thing that a fighter will do before a fight. They're sort of doing this sidestep skip around the room, and they're going sort of from here over to here, over to here, and it's about here where Jax looks across the room and sees you pressed up against the gate, and his demeanor changes almost immediately. He goes from like sort of stone-faced fighter, getting into fight mode, to what no one needs a perception check to or insight check to recognize as shame and embarrassment. And he sort of catches himself, right, and realizes where he is. So he tries to keep up the shadow boxing as he walks across the fighting pit over to the bars closest to you. What you realize, Kaz, is that it's not just bars here. There's some magical force. You can't put your hands through it. You can't put anything through it, right? But the bars are there really more to indicate where the barrier is.
Okay.
As Jax comes over, Kaz, I wish you weren't here, man.
Are you fucking serious? Fucking.
I'm so
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Kaz. They were beating me every.
Look at me.
Mm.
Us right here. We got this. Look at us. We're the Marises. We're the Demarises. We're going to make it through this, right?
I just wish I had your optimism, Kaz. I don't know. I mean, I fucked up real good this time.
We all fuck up. Look, all you gotta do, stay close by to me, and I'm gonna tell you what to do. Just how we used to do it back in the day. You remember? You remember when we was training?
I do. I mean, you mean in this fight? You want me to stay here and you'll tell me what to do?
Just stay close by, stay as best as you can, and I'll, it's old tactics. We got this, okay? This us two. I call it out. I hope you. I wasn't the best fighter, but I was a good coach. Remember?
You weren't just a good coach. You were a great coach, guys. I miss those days, those simpler days. And as you're having this conversation, the gate opens again, right? And two massive, like 7'2", like Goliaths walk in to the pit. And
Are you fucking serious?
They're cracking their necks, right? And they're like whispering in each other's ears. Interestingly, like your brother has like worked up a lather like a fighter will, right? And has his hands taped, right? These two who just walked in, nothing. Like bone dry, like wearing fucking cloaks or robes or some nonsense, right? Like, I mean, if you had encountered either of these individuals walking down the street, like other than being like, oh, that dude's tall, like you wouldn't think twice about it, right? Whereas Kaz, like, or Jax, anywhere you encounter, like he's bare from the waist up, hands are taped, got a good sweat going. Like anywhere you'd see him, you'd be like, oh, that dude's ready to fight, not these other two. Right. You hear from above, right? And it's sort of echoing down through the staircase and through the holes in those tables. And those of you familiar, Exidia, like you recognize this as probably a thaumaturgy spell to help increase somebody's voice, right? Like, it's time for our first sanctioned bout of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, right? Relatively new to our fighting clan, but an excellent reputation prior to coming to us. Tough luck in his first couple of bouts, 0-2. Our man Jax. And Jax sort of sheepishly raises a fist.
I started screaming like the drunken scream. Woo.
Yeah. And as you do that, like whether it's just, other drunks or whether it's, other people sort of embarrassed that you're the only person cheering for this guy, right? Other people sort of chime in and give a tepid cheer for Jax. In the other corner, the most unusual duo you ever will see in the ring, with a record of 7-3, the dynamic duo, the Terrible Twins. They turn and bow to each other.
Huh?
For some fucking reason, right? And once again, like, there's tepid applause, right? Which is a pretty good indication, like, this is not exactly a marquee battle, right? And the fight will begin. You're expecting like a big bell or some ceremony or whatever, and all you get is now. And at now, right, the two Goliaths, each of them reach into their robes, and each one of them pulls out a wand, right? And they each run to opposite corners of the arena, right? Jax's eyes narrow to slits, and he leans his head closer to you, Kaz.
Okay. I gotta do this. I'm gonna try to give him the help action. Actually, can I use my action to observe to see if I can get a guess on what they're gonna do?
You can. You don't need to, because both of them immediately, you see magic missiles flying at your brother.
Oh fuck.
Right? And he just takes that damage.
Okay.
And he looks at you and he says, I'm not going to do much damage from over here.
Fuck it, man. You gotta get on there. God damn. I'm just gonna tell him to run on in there. I'm just gonna give him the help action with my bonus action.
Okay. Are you sending him to one or the other, or just telling him, dude, fucking go? Like, you're on your own, bro. Go get him.
I'm sending him to like the one closest to the barrier, to the wall.
To the wall that you're standing at?
Yeah, basically, whichever one's closer to the barrier.
Okay, so the one down here.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, great. He books it down there and leaps up, right? And uses his knees, right, on either side of this dude's torso, and he just sort of clamps on so that he's now, right up in this guy's face and can actually punch down into his head. And so he's, doing pretty decent damage on this one guy, right? Of course, he's now got firebolts coming at him, right, from the other end of the arena.
Jackson, I want him to like try to turn him around and try to use him as cover.
Okay. So he's going to try and grapple him and then spin him around. And he is unsuccessful at getting a hold of him, right? But can, in fact, just sort of duck behind him, right? Which does great for, the Goliath on the far end of this arena, right? The Goliath on the near end of the arena turns around, and you just see a cone of fire erupt from his hands, right? Just immolating your brother. He's not looking good.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Have they been casting everything from a wand, or is it...
Yeah, I mean, that's their focus. Yeah. They're each using a wand as a focus.
Oh. I want to tell them to try to take one of their wands. I want to use my bonus action as the help action.
Okay. Great. Yeah, you call out to him that an angle that he can take, and if he wrenches the wrist in the appropriate way, that it'll bend against a pressure point, and that the grip will pop open and that wand will just fall out. And the good news is he does, and the wand falls to the ground. The bad news is that the twin on the other end of the arena casts a spell, and Jax freezes in place.
Okay.
The other twin picks up his wand, and over the course of the next, I don't know, maybe 80 seconds, right? Maybe a little bit less than that, you watch your brother get destroyed by these two wizards. Similar to the end of the first fight, Jax is at the least unconscious, but it's unclear, right? What has gone on, right? It's at this point that the two twins raise their hands in victory. It's announced that the victor and the winning time and where you can come to submit your or collect your winnings if you had bet on the fight. Meanwhile, just like in the last fight, two people come in, drag your brother out by the heels, and Istrid comes back down and is like, "Whoa, wasn't that a great fight?"
Not particularly.
Crickets.
Seemed
well,
pretty one-sided. Well, two-sided.
yeah, I mean, we were all curious because, Jax is such a good striker. We figured it'd be an interesting fight, hard to make odds for if we put him up against a couple magic users, and in fairness, and he gestures to all of you, but he sort of settles on you, Corsonis. Look, you against one hard hitter, you're going to be in pretty bad shape. So we had to, double it up, just to make it interesting. But don't worry, he'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I don't know. It really wasn't that interesting.
I don't know. We made a shit ton of money.
Well,
I'm not really. I'm less interested in interesting than I am in money making, and
oh yeah, that makes sense.
right, and
Damn,
and
those are-
yeah, I mean, look, and I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'll be honest with you. That first fight that we put on, that thing was such a dog that I wish we hadn't have made the effort. So much for just picking up, random drunks that say they can do it too. That was awful. Right. But this last one, it was all right. I mean, I don't know that anybody's going to be writing about it in 10 years, but for the evening entertainment, yeah, pretty good. So what do you think? You guys want to get in there? You want to talk to Jax first?
Let me talk to my brother.
Sure. And Istrid goes up, right? Says, yeah, as soon as he's feeling a little better, I'll bring him down here. Right. And
Speaking of, would him feeling any better actually have anything to do with adding to his debts at this point? And if so, by how much?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not the guy who does it, but just based on, my years of watching fights, like, I don't think he died down there. I think, little normal healing probably bring him right back. So, this probably doesn't really add anything to his debt.
Give him a thumbs up.
He gives you the biggest shit-eating grin and a thumbs up in return. I'm sorry, she gives you the biggest shit-eating grin and thumbs up in return. And it's like, yeah, I'll go see if he's ready.
I mean, one more question.
Oh, yeah.
All that money y'all just made off of that fight, does that take away from his debt at all?
That's it's an interesting question. You'd think that it would. I'll go get him. And Istrid disappears back upstairs.
Is it worth trying to follow her? I don't imagine any of us are particularly stealthy.
No.
I think for what it's worth, she's good on her word as far as letting us see him in a little bit.
Yeah, and sure enough, she comes back down, and Jax is looking pretty drained, right? But he's up and about. It's like, sorry you had to see that, Kaz.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
He certainly hugs you in return, and you can tell he's exhausted. He is leaning almost his full weight on you as you hug.
Oh my god! Like Kaz, like face and chest crying at this point. It's like, you did great. You did the best you could out there.
I appreciate that, but no need to lie to make me feel better. This is bad, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's better than prison, and when I'm not fighting, they leave me alone. They want me to stay here in the towers, but I've got a room and a comfortable bed, and the food's not great, but it's better than the gruel in prison. And once a 10-day or so, I'd just have to get in this ring. That's probably going to be my life for a while.
I'm gonna get you out of this, Jax.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but I can't imagine where you're going to come up with the kind of money that I owe these individuals.
We always make a way. Oh, I got something here for you. I'm going to go inside my bag, and I know this is like equipment thing rogues get.
Mhm.
But I saw that it had a hood, and I was like, and you basically dressed him up as a boxer. So I was like, I want to give it to him like these are his old boxing robes. You know what I'm
Mhm.
talking about? The ones that, yeah.
As you go to hand it to him, Istrid holds out her hand and goes to retrieve the robes. Says, I hope you can understand. We're going to have to get these things checked out before we just hand them over. You know, if they're just old robes, and it looks like they are, right? I think they'd be great. It'd be a great addition to his fight night accoutrement. But you can understand. We're going to have somebody make sure these are just robes. And she's got her hand on the robes.
Like Kaz is staring daggers at her, but he understands the situation. Probably just go let her take it.
Right, yeah, she is just smiling. She's like, yeah, no problem. I'll have somebody look at these right away. Jax, I see the family resemblance. Kaz, how long has it been since you've seen your brother?
No,
This whole time, by the way, like Jax is leaning on you.
I'm like basically holding him. No, 11 months. It's been a good while.
Yeah. Your brother got in a lot of trouble in those 11 months, it seems like.
I can see that.
But
Don't worry.
You say you're going to take care of this.
Yeah. I am my brother's keeper, as they say.
That's real sweet. Real sweet. You know, I got brothers too. And he points to the tattoo on his neck. Or points to the tattoo on her neck. I got brothers too. Some of them died recently.
I wonder how.
I don't know. I hear it was in a rescue attempt.
Well, I guess.
But these things happen, I guess. You say you got a way to come up with the money he owes?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that is great to hear. And I hope it's true. I'd love to see you two reunited. And who knows? If Rainier comes through for you like he didn't for us, you may just get that money back after all. Now let me go get these robes checked out. And Istrid takes the robes and heads upstairs.
Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna keep holding my brother and looking into the cages.
Mm-hmm. It's a couple minutes before Istrid comes back down with the robes. She reaches over and like opens the robe up and puts it across Jax's shoulders. It's like, oh, that looks great. You look like a real fighter wearing that thing. That was real nice of you, Kaz. Real nice. So, you five ready for your fight?
We'll look at the rest of the party and see what they say.
Let's do it.
Oh God, yeah. Randy's all over me.
Fantastic. Istrid leads you up these stairs over here. And then on the main floor, leads you up a second set of stairs, right? Where you're led into a room. It's similar shape to the one you're currently in, but obviously no gates because there's no fighting pit that you need to be kept out of. This does, however, right, have the walkway between the two towers, right? And Istrid leads you over to that walkway into the smaller tower, and then you take a spiral staircase along the outside. Obviously it's inside the tower, but it's sort of along that interior wall, right? And you walk down 2 flights of stairs. You walk down to the main level, and then you walk down to the second level, or to the basement level, where whoops, fucking roll 20. I want to murder you. Where you walk down and you're led in through these gates into the fighting arena. As you're led into the arena, you hear the sound of like chains being pulled over a gear of some sort, and you can actually see that the floor that you were just walking on in this smaller tower is actually being lowered at this point, right? And it takes a few minutes, right? And you can see the floor sort of comes back up, and along with it, there's a pretty big fucking crate, right? That these individuals are pushing through this hallway and then over to here, right? And you hear Istrid's voice as she announces, special fight for the evening. First time, hopefully not the last time. But the most recent heroes of Waterdeep, the Rhaenyra's Rescuers, all 5 of them, right? Gracing us with their presence and their poise, and hopefully their fighting ability. Because we've got something special for them. To be honest, I'm not really sure what it is, but it's real nasty, and they're going to have to deal with it right now. And with that, the individuals that drag this crate in here pop the front of the crate off and run out, through the gate over here, right? And what you see is this pretty fucking large, like, black and gray and green sort of ooze looking thing, but there's some crystals in it as well, right? And Excidia, you know exactly what this looks like, because you have seen this before, or something very similar to it. And it's why you're in Waterdeep now. And that, I think, is where we will end session. for the evening.
Oh my god.